once stuck in Frozen 2. Greatest superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people.
We hope to see you at one of those in the future. Yes, and we did have a dinosaur that came out of the ocean and ate 2 people. So that's my fun fact. So Adam, and Adam
Yes.
did go in the ocean himself, and he rode on the Sea Dragon and the Himalaya and the Tilt-A-Whirl. Well, I'm not actually sure if he rode on the others, but definitely the Sea Dragon. So Adam, back to you, and who's next?
Yes, I rode on all of that. I dropped from something very high up, which the one thing, my fear is just high drops, and there was no no's. I was saying yes to everything this weekend, so thank you for that. And our next contestant is Lynn Weinberger, and she's
Lynn Tenton.
I'm sorry,
Lynn Tenton.
Lynn Tenton. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for some reason we had that here, but it looks like you work for Weininger Realty. Is that
Yes?
where that? Okay. That.
Sorry about that, Lynn. How are you doing, and where are you coming from today?
I'm good. I'm coming from Watchung, New Jersey, kind of central New Jersey. And I think I'm a last-minute stand-in, as you will find out from my stupid fun fact. I really needed probably weeks to prepare for that.
Come on. What's happening? So what's your fun fact, Lynn?
Well, I guess it's only fun for me. I'm an avid tennis player. I play at the drop of a hat every second of the day. And my other, maybe funner fact is I obsess over fonts. When I am on the computer or writing anything, I could go down a rabbit hole trying to pick my font to write in.
Oh my God, that is a fun fact. And yes, and how did you make your way to the Real Raw today?
So I am working with a realtor on a deal, and I called her yesterday, and she told me she was at the weekend emergence, and I guess someone dropped out as a contestant.
Oh
and
my
she
God,
said,
I heard the story. I
and she
heard
said,
this
"Would
story.
you be able to do it?" I said, "I will never want to do that, but because when I don't want to do something, I make myself do it because I don't like to be held back by things that frighten me, right?" So I said, "I'm definitely doing it now." So here I am.
Oh, amazing. And we want you to step into your amazingness today. So how about this? Tell us something about you that you're really proud of, please.
Well, I guess, of course, I'm proud of my kids, but I think I'm proud of becoming a realtor 2 years ago at my age, and really trying to immerse myself in it, which is quite a challenge every single day. But I guess I'm proud that I keep working.
Oh,
And
that's
I'm really
awesome.
proud that
And
I
what
play.
prompted you?
What? Oh, what prompted me? Well,
I'm
my
sorry, you go ahead.
husband. Oh, well, I'm really proud of my tennis because I play with a lot of pros and I play in a lot of tournaments and it gives me joy and it's a great escape. So that
Oh
makes me
my
the
God.
happiest.
You're
Yeah.
So you're an awesome tennis player.
I don't know if I'm awesome, but I'm pretty good. And I paint. I'm very proud of my art because I'm always creating and that makes me very happy as well.
Awesome. All right, Lynn. Well, welcome to the Real Raw. Adam, we have some judges today.
Yes, we do. We have some incredible judges, and we'll start with Richard Vasquez, who has started his career in retail, international investment banking. Rich is a risk management specialist, helping personal and corporate clients on effective strategies. He resides in Long Island, and welcome, Rich.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Rich, how are you? So you coming from Long Island today?
Yeah, Long Island.
Very
Smithtown, Long Island.
So talk. Yeah, very cool. So what's a fun fact?
Fun fact, I proposed to my now wife in underwater in a shark tank.
Yes.
After telling her that we won
Yes.
a free shark dive, which was really just a curated experience.
Dude, I love this, man. So talk to me. Where did this happen?
In Riverhead Aquarium, out east of Long Island, and it was 2 years ago. We're actually going to go to Mexico next week for our 1 year anniversary. We're going to Tulum and picking up a puppy on the way back.
Very nice. Look at you were underwater during a shark dive at the aquarium.
Yes. So what I had told her was that we had won one of those free raffle experiences, and the underwater diving gear actually has radio, so you could speak to someone just like we're speaking on Zoom. Right? It's very, very clear. And at the end of the 15-minute shark dive, there was a treasure chest that the instructor said, "Well, you guys won an award." And I had put the ring inside of a GoPro container, and I had put a message in there: "Alejandro, will you marry me?" The funny fact, I should say, is that it's very hard to get on one knee when you have scuba gear on because you're naturally floating. So I had to hold myself down with the cage to get on one knee.
That is awesome, dude. And what kind of sharks were?
There was a one below a great white. I forgot the name of the shark, but it's a 20-foot. They're 20-footers.
Oh my God! Was it a whale shark or was it a tiger?
You know what? I'll have to get back to you on the actual name of it. But there were 3 of them in there, and they were about the smallest one was 15, and then the biggest one was 20 feet.
Dude, that's super cool. Well, very romantic, adventurous, ingenious, and Rich, welcome and thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Brother.
Appreciate it.
All right, AG, who else we got, bro? By the way, Adam Gugino, who's making these announcements, because we're here to unlock influence's superpower. Like that's what we do in the Real Raw. And Adam managed between 50 million and 100 million phone calls a year. He took a company from $3.5 million to $750 million, Inc., 500 magazine, 3 consecutive years, left all that to come and build Unblinded and take it global because he believes in integrous human influence and the superpower that it unleashes for us. So, AG, who do we got next, bro?
And Sean, with that being said, yes, imagine that you believe in your heart financial freedom is your why, and it's, you know, what you're driving for. And then after, you know, coming to a crossroads at that previous organization, understanding that I was misaligned with the direction of leadership, going to a Tony Robbins Business Mastery event and seeing you on stage and just your presence, hearing your story, I was absolutely dedicated to meeting you. And after getting an introduction and hearing what your mission was with Unblinded and with integrity-based human influence, that was the decision that I made to see financial freedom right in front of me and walk away from it all for this purpose and to work alongside you. So thank you for that. And
thank you, Adam. Good question, bro. When we first started talking about this and you were making a decision to walk away, did you think that you'd be leading a group of 50 successful entrepreneurs into an ocean during a storm at night? Would you think? We'll talk about that more later. Who's next?
No. Yeah, we'll definitely get there. So next up is Susanna Rocklard. She is a life coach. That is her passion. She does search engine optimization, and she's originally from Sweden. Whoa. Susanna, welcome.
Susanna, how are you?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. So my fun fact is I started traveling very early in life at 15 with friends. So we're traveling through Europe, and we went to south of France, and then we decided to visit Monaco. And while in Monaco, I didn't know that you're not allowed to be there if you're under 18 without adults. So the police looked at our passport and actually arrested us. So my friend and I spent the night in jail, and then they escorted us to the train and put us on a train back to Nice. So that's in jail.
I love that. I had no idea that Monaco had that issue, Susanna. When you were there, did you see the most insane car dealership after car dealership with every luxury car imaginable? Did you guys get a chance to see like Monaco a little bit or no?
Oh, yes, definitely. We did get to see Monaco. We walked around to the beach and to the castle and everywhere before they checked our passports. Yeah, it's an extremely nice place. Very, very nice.
Did you happen to see James Bond while you were there?
No, I did not.
All right. Well, Susanna, it's a pleasure. Welcome. And looking forward to getting to know you better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. AG, Adam, good job.
Yes. So I will be the third judge, but we do have somebody incredible here today to be our role player. And his name is Chris Abazis. I think, Sean, when he was on the Real Raw Open and the Real Raw, you said that he was definitely within the top percentage points of anybody on the show. He is the founder and chief value officer of Dream Key Consulting, coaches and trains and consult business owners in leadership and leverage in the real estate industry. And he's also the co-founder of Sky Limitless Media. He is a musician and a music producer. Welcome, Chris.
Thanks for having me again.
Chris, how are you doing?
It's awesome. This is the first time I'm with you guys where it was actually planned. It wasn't a shotgun. Hey, we need somebody today. So it's good to be here to actually have it on the schedule, right?
Yes, that is good. We have been rocking and rolling along. We're doing about in October 100 Real Raws and expanding, and so it's been a very dynamic.
I couldn't believe how many you guys did, and said you haven't even been around for a year. So it's just incredible the amount of stuff you're putting out there.
Well, thanks, brother, and a lot of respect for everything you're up to. And how about a fun fact, Chris? By the way, Chris, would you have been wanting to go jump in that ocean with us? Will you come and jump in the ocean with us at some point in the future like that?
Of course, absolutely. I'm in the ocean.
All right. So
eyes closed. I'll do it. So fun fact, actually I figured I'll mention it. Richard, right where Richard proposed in that Shark Tank, I used to own an entertainment company that did many events there, including weddings. Right. So I used to MC weddings, and I had an entertainment company and based out of Long Island, and we did an incredible amount of events at that Riverhead Aquarium, which is real cool. So that was a cool story, Richard.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
cool fun fact, small world.
Richard, and Chris, super awesome. And Adam Gugino used to help put 5,000 people on a Friday night into a club in Jersey City back in the day as well. So you guys have some event planning, emceeing, like fun, make it happen, dynamics in common. So welcome to the Real Raw on this Trajectory Tuesday, and you'll have to, what is present for Adam and I is the electricity of what just was completed at 2:30 this morning. We're in this very room that we're in right now. And Mona's still recuperating, no Mona, and 60 people were in this room with us still till 2:30 in the morning.
Wow.
After an insane process over the weekend. It was a lot of fun. So we're on that buzz and high from it. So that is very present in our space, and we're excited. This is like literally the first thing we're doing post all of that. So folks just left. The final bus just left, taking people back to the airport. So really excited. Chris, that you're here, excited with everybody, and let's have some fun and drop in. So, Dr. Pedley, Lynn, what we're going to do is we're going to first decide who's going first, if that's okay. So, Dr. Pedley, I have either a 1 or a 2 underneath the table here. And so what do you think that is?
What do I think that is? What do I want it to be?
One or a 2, yeah.
Probably 1.
It is a 2, which means Lynn on the toss, off or receive, which means you can go first or second. Would you like to go first or second, Lynn?
Definitely second, because it was a 2.
Dr. Pedley right under the bus. Yes. So there you go.
All right.
Here we do. Okay. And by the way, we've been working on all this all weekend, and at its most accelerated, life is a heart opportunity with some beautiful opportunities in math and influence. And the dynamic of the level of our influence and its ability to affect how we create strategic alliances, which we call ecosystem mergers, and all the sub-distinctions of the quantity and quality, all the sub-distinctions of the speaking engagements we have and don't have, all the sub-distinctions, and how that creates sales meetings and sales for us. And each of those levers, influence, has multiple spots where it multiplies our effectiveness. And compounded upon when we build and scale our businesses, this is the difference between how somebody makes $50,000 a year and 5 million or 50 million. It's the superpower of influence and what to do with it. And that's what we're having some deep dive, fun and deep dive discussion about every single day here on the Real Raw and the Real Raw Opens that we do. So this is our TED, and then we have Real Raw Opens that are our TEDx version. And this is what we do in addition to delivering incredible and amazing programs with successful entrepreneurs of all sorts and people that are really looking to just break through the next level. And so as we think about what's about to happen, the dynamic, the opportunity for all of us to learn from Dr. Pedley and from Lynn is whatever a big yes for them is in the world. So they're going to be having Chris be whatever avatar they would like him to be. And then they're going to go through 2 rounds. The first round, 3 minutes. The second round, 3 minutes. But it's one conversation just split down the middle. In the first half, judges were going to assess, and we'll let Adam Gugino go first and give him feedback to be an example. What we're going to assess in each round is how open Chris becomes to what Dr. Pedley and Lynn are sharing. Like, how open is the listening? How deep is the connection? And the more open the listening, the more deep the connection, the more powerful and likely it is that our message will be heard, received, and acted upon, right? And so in that first round, it's just opening rapport. It's putting something at stake, meaning identifying some pain, perhaps, that'll be relevant to the ultimate yes, and that yes will come in the second round. So first round is simply about opening listening, putting something at stake, like what's that connection? So Dr. Pedley, Chris can be himself, an ideal client for strategic alliance partner for you, speaking opportunity, maybe a book deal, whatever would make sense for you. And so who would you like Chris to be?
Okay. Well, I was thinking about this, and I was going to say a client of mine, one of my clients would be private practice medical doctor. Needing a radiologist.
Needing a
Okay,
so
private
I'm
practice.
I'm already a client that needs a radiologist.
You're not a client of mine. I want you to become a client of mine.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
you're searching for a radiologist, and you called me up.
Perfect.
You don't even know anything about me.
And is there, yeah, and Dr. Pedley, any particular type of doctor, like internist, general practitioner, surgeon, like?
Most of them would be probably an internist or family practice.
Awesome. All right, Chris, sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right. So Dr. Pedley, 3 minutes, and judges, we're assessing again depth of connection and putting something at stake. So Dr. Pedley, you have 3 minutes. You'll hear an alarm with 1 minute to go, 30 seconds to go and done. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, take us in, please.
Okay. Do I start or does Chris start?
Ring, ring.
Oh. That's why I'm like, where was I?
Sure.
Who's calling who?
I called you, right? You said I called you. So
Okay.
I called you.
Yes. All right. Hi, Chris. Thank you for reaching out. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm actually on the market for a new doctor, and I've heard some great things about you, and I just want to see if we're a fit.
Okay, great. Well, do you know how you heard about me? If I may ask.
You were referred by Sean.
Okay, great. Sean is great. So thank you for giving me a call. So what exactly are you looking for your practice?
I'm pretty healthy, so I'm just looking for a general doctor.
Okay, so you're looking for a radiologist for your practice. Is that right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, looking for a radiologist for my practice.
Okay, perfect. You know, right? Great. So I do provide those services, and there's many ways we can go about doing this, depending on your practice. So
Okay.
I'd have to ask a little bit more questions about your practice, and so that way we kind of know if we match up, and that way I am fulfilling your need in your practice.
Perfect.
Okay.
What would you like to know?
All right. So what type of practice do you have? Do you have a general practice? Are you more into orthopedics? Or are you just more wellness care?
More wellness care.
Okay, great. I do have some clients who are in wellness care, and I can definitely provide a service for you. And we can definitely set up a time, and we can get together and talk more about, the specifics of it. Some other aspects of it, I'm not only just a radiologist, but I help many docs kind of build up their referrals. And are you in the room of wanting more referrals in your office as well?
Oh, sure. I'd love to know more about that. I'm always looking for, people, like-minded people to work with in my practice.
Okay. All right, great. Then how long have you been in practice?
Just 4 years.
Okay. And have you used another radiologist before?
Just getting into it now. The need is starting to surface. So I figured I would look into it more. And, like you said, there's some others you're working with at this capacity. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, great. I can also do a site visit and to look at your equipment just to see what you have. And then that way it helps us being able to set up an account and then able for you to send your x-rays to me. And then, because I do use a certain cloud-based PAC system, and we'll get into all of that as well. But it makes it really easy, quick and easy for you, for your practice. Do you have an office manager as well that works with you and works with, would be working with me as well?
I do. I have an office operations manager.
Okay, perfect. All right. So what I can do for you in your practice is I make customized reports. So my reports might be a little bit different than the typical medical radiology report. It has lots of detail, but I can customize it to whatever you want. If there's something that you want more information of, less information of, it's not saying that I was right or wrong, but sometimes we can word things because we are dealing with insurances. And I understand that that can be a big challenge in working with the insurances. And then other things like I was talking about before is we can really tap into the marketing and increase your referrals if you're interested in that as well. And we can talk with your office manager too.
Sure. Yeah, I'd definitely like to know more about that.
Yeah, hey, Chris,
Okay.
you grab a quick call, and Dr. Pedley, he'll be right back.
All right. I got to take a call. I'll be right back.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. Hey, so Dr. Pedley, how would you assess the depth of connection that you created with Chris?
Do you want like 5 out of 10 or 1 out of 10 or what?
Like, what did it feel like? Yeah.
Oh, what did it feel like? I don't know. Maybe 5 out of 10. I can't hear you, Sean. Say it again.
I was saying, Chris, how did that feel for you, Chris?
I was good. Well, I was off to a wrong start because I was role playing as the wrong person. So, but I switched quickly, and it felt very natural, and she was easy to talk to.
All right. Well, excellent work, sir. Lynn, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Who would you like Chris to be?
So I would like Chris to be someone who is just browsing and clicking on websites looking for a home, right? And then when you end up clicking on Weininger Realty, you'll see homes, and then I get notified, but you don't really know that I know this, right? So it comes into my database, and then I call you to see how I can help you with your home search. And you probably don't even know who I am, and you might have clicked on a million websites.
Ooh, I like this, Lynn. Very, very bold and brave right here.
Oh, yeah.
In the real raw. You ready?
Yeah. Oh,
Great.
so I'm going to call you. I'm calling
Sure.
you, Chris.
It's an outgoing call, right? Go
Okay.
ahead.
Yes. Ready? Bling.
Hello.
Hi, this is Lynn from Weininger Realty. You were searching for homes and clicked on a few and ended up registering on our website. I'm calling just to say thank you for using our website.
Wow, I was just on it, not 60, 90 seconds ago.
Well, I just want to know, do you have plans to move in the future, or were you just browsing? And
Kind of just taking a look now. It's probably something that's going to be seriously going to be starting to look maybe 3-4 months out from now.
Well, it's great that you started now, because it does 3 or 4 months goes by pretty quickly, and you'll get to see the trends on the market if you start looking now and see what's happening. You might pick a town that you didn't know you were interested in and get some information on that. Are you renting now, or do you currently own?
I own where I am. We're relocating to the area over there in New Jersey.
Okay, so you don't live in New Jersey.
No.
Okay, so you still have to put your home on the market?
Yeah, we're in conversations with a couple of people, so that'll be up on the market by the end of the week.
Okay, so you know what I could do, Chris? I could set up an email of we could put your specific criteria in the MLS, and in the morning you'll get an email from me saying what new homes are on the market, or if there's a price change. And if anything interests you, or you have any questions at all, you can just reach out to me, and I can help you in any way. Does that sound okay?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, and do you can we just go over the towns you're interested in?
I'm not so familiar with. I'm pretty general with regards to what I'm looking for. So just looking for the right place, but I'm all ears.
And so you have a town that you'll be working in, a specific town. I can look in that radius for you.
Yeah, I'm going to be working in right where your office is, and
Perfect.
I'd like to be within, I guess, 50 miles.
Okay, well that's quite a radius. I will we'll start in the few towns around where you're working. And do you have a certain amount of bedrooms that you need?
I'd like 3 bedrooms.
Okay, and would you like some land? Would you do you like it to be more quiet of an area, or a city?
I like stuff happening, but I do like some land. So maybe, a decent lot size.
Okay.
And, not too far from some activity.
Okay, good. Oh, good. Okay. And just if you have a price range, we could start there, and I'll set up a search for you.
Yeah, I really like to keep it under 800,000.
Okay, great. All right, Chris. Well, I'll set that up, and you'll be getting your email starting tomorrow morning. And if you have any questions, please just reach out. I'd be happy to help.
Will do. Thank you, Lynn.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Lynn, excellent work. How'd that feel for you, that connection with Chris?
Well, I think I usually try to ask some more personal questions and kind of find out more about them. I did not this time because showtime, and I was getting a little flustered, but I do try to see what makes them tick, right? And they can talk about themselves more.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Going ahead a little bit. Chris, how'd that feel for you?
It felt good. She got to it. narrowed me down as somebody that needed to sell. She set me up on the notification system, and she had enough information to continue to work with me.
All right, excellent stuff. Let's see what the judges have. Our 30 seconds of feedback, 15 seconds on what worked, and 15 seconds on what could be optimized. Adam Gugino, what do you got?
So for Dr. Jennifer, I love the way she handled the quick challenge of Chris having a pivot. Her congruence was amazing. I thought her energy was very certain. She came across as an expert for sure, and a guide. I think Chris needed a guide, and she did a great job there. Her questions were surface level. I would have liked deeper questions on a scale of 1 to 10. I think they were around a 7 or a 6, which is why she felt like she didn't really connect. I also would have liked to put something at stake as well. But overall, I think it was a very good job. I would say a 7.5. You're muted.
Are you?
Yeah.
You hear me?
You're muted. Yeah, I hear you now.
All right. So are you in the ocean front?
Yes.
Let's hit us with some view, brother.
I know. I was just I was having trouble with the service here. That's the reason I'm on my phone. I couldn't get the internet connection. That's why.
Well,
but, yeah.
You want to throw it on a video and show a little of the crashing monster waves? That would be
yes. We'll do. All
right,
yeah.
So
and then for
yeah, you guys first, Adam, please.
Yeah. Nope. For let me just get outside here so I can get the ocean front as get this going here. So Lynn, you said it yourself. I mean, you would have liked to ask some more deeper questions to truly open up Chris, but I do feel that your, again, certainty, your energy was great. You, even though I think you may have mentioned you're relatively new to the space, I would have liked you to, have found out, like, instead of just asking those specific questions, like, really, Chris, if you could have whatever have it all your way in your new place, like, really ask some questions for him to be able to elaborate on, and also, put something at stake as well. But overall, good job. I would say 7.0.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. So,
and here we got some ocean fun for us.
Yeah. Awesome, brother. You getting out in the waves a little bit or no?
Yes. Oh man, I didn't tell you, Sean. We were out there earlier, and it was probably as bad as the worst day, or as challenging. I was not able to get past the brakes.
Wow.
Today. So yeah, and
all right, we're gonna see what's out there. We'll see what's out there later. All right, awesome. Richard, what'd you have for Dr. Jennifer and for Lynn?
Great. So Dr. Jennifer, in the beginning, I think you have a very great way at making an initial connection. You have a soft way of asking questions, which makes it feel very warm. So there's an instant connection. So great job there. I think that you did a wonderful job of digging deep on his practice, surface level questions, really finding out what the purpose of the call, the inbound call was. I think you had demonstrated that you had some common clients, so that was a credibility factor, which was great, mentioning that you have similar clients within your Rolodex. You offered more referrals. I think that goes a very long way up front, right? You asked him if he's willing to take on business, so great job there. And then you offered the assessment and the visit. So I think that you were able to connect, on a deep level. I think maybe the only area of opportunity would be to ask more about his 4 years of experience. He had mentioned 4 years of experience. And then I think that would have been a great way to dig deeper and find out some more information, and then the time kind of cut off there. So that would probably be the only area of opportunity to just really get to that maybe tertiary level of deep connectivity, deep connection.
Excellent, Richard. And how about for whichever score?
Score, I gave it a 7.8 out of 10.
Nice.
I'm sorry, for the micro distinction, 7.8. Nice. Like, I love the specificity. And what'd you have for Lynn?
So Lynn, great job at making the outbound call. I think that, anytime anyone makes an outbound call, kudos to them, right? Because I think that, a certain level of courage is needed there. So great job. I think that you had said thank you for, which is very different approach. I haven't really heard many people upfront thanking someone for going onto a website. So I think that that's a great way to, kind of get that connection to separate or distinguish yourself from other people. I think that was a different approach. I really enjoyed that. Great job at asking fact-finding questions, really trying to understand budget, whether they wanted a quiet neighborhood, what radius, so on and so forth, on price point. I think maybe one area of opportunity is, again, getting deeper, which you had mentioned, asking feeling finding questions, right? So, you did a great job at the fact finding questions. And I think that the feeling finding questions could have given you some more information and maybe given a little bit more of, I don't want to say urgency, but it would have gotten you to identify more specifically something immediate that comes to mind that Chris might have been looking for.
All right, so Richard,
Okay.
score.
I would give a 7.7 on there.
Damn it! I'm coming in second. Okay.
No, we have 2 rounds though, Lynn. 2 rounds.
I'm looking at it.
All good, all good. So Susanna, thank you, Richard. Awesome. And Susanna, how about yourself? What 30 seconds of feedback did you have for Dr. Jennifer?
So I thought that Jennifer did really well. I think that she asked for information, for specific information. And I also felt that she didn't pressure him. She was talking, but without any pressure. And I felt like she's really approachable. The way she talked was very approachable, which I liked. And it felt that she was very sincere. She wasn't salesy. She was sincere. She tried to find out about what he needed. And she also was accommodating. Well, she gave him some options. And maybe she could have asked a little bit more about his experience, because he did say that he had worked a certain number of years, and maybe that would be the one thing she could have done and asked. And I would give her an 8.5.
Very nice. And how about for Lynn, Susanna?
Lynn, I thought that she was really friendly, and it was, it does take guts to make a phone call. And I think that's great that you did, Lynn, that you picked up the phone and you called. And you were personal, you asking questions, what he's looking for, where he's looking for, his budget. I think that's all important. You seemed very knowledgeable. You seemed like somebody who has experience, who has been doing this for a while. And I thought that you built really good rapport with him. The one thing, and you also seemed interested, the one thing was that he mentioned that he just had put this online and he got a phone call immediately. So I thought that was, you should have probably waited to make that phone call, wait a little bit at least. And
He's lying.
Yeah,
I would give it an 8.
An 8. Thank you, Susanna. Awesome.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So ready for round 2. So Lynn,
Yeah.
are you ready to go first in round 2?
Yeah. Am I doing the same thing?
Yeah, you're just going to pick up the relationship from where it was.
We already spoke.
Maybe it's a follow-up call. So
Okay.
I'll call you on a property that I saw from the email you sent me.
You're not gonna call me, Chris. They never call me. I have to keep calling them. And damn it,
Okay.
I will.
All right.
So yeah, because we're looking at deep in the yes. So how about
Okay.
he said yes and then didn't call back.
Okay.
Calling back again because obviously there's an unvoiced objection. It's now at this part you're going to go deeper into who you are and deal with the objections and lean in. And this is what we're looking at round 2. Judges, look how effectively in round 2 that Lynn is conveying who she is, what's happening, conveying her heroic, unique identity, so that Chris sees his future in her, and how effectively she leans into leans into objections, moving into an agreement. What's the disruption? How is she leaning in and having Chris expose his unvoiced?
We lost you.
Floaty yes,
Sure,
because there's
yeah.
an objection. So take us in. Thanks.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Chris. It's Lynn from Weininger Realty. How are you?
Oh, every day above ground is a good day, Lynn. How are you?
All right, great. I'm good, thank you. I'm just calling to check in, see how you're doing with your home search. And I know you're thinking of putting your home on the market. How's that going? It could be very stressful. Have you moved forward with that?
But to wrap it up, we decided what we're going to do. We're going to price it right, and it's going to sell quick. So I did get your emails. I haven't had to, I looked at them briefly. I haven't had the opportunity to really go deep into this stuff. But thank you for that.
Oh, you're very welcome. Okay, I guess if you had a chance, I would just want to see if you had picked a more specific town or if you liked a certain style of house. If you could have your dream house, what would that look like to you?
Well, I think I'm looking at the area first. I just really like to narrow down the area. I'm not so familiar with the neighborhood, and I'm really finding little to no information about the nuances of the communities over there. But with regards to the house, I just in a good neighborhood, not too far from work, not too far from things to do, and I just it's something that relatively up to date.
Okay. I could always do a little video of the inside of a home or of a town. If you were leading towards a specific town, I could just go into the center of town and kind of do a video tour so you get a better idea or get a feel for it. Or I guess maybe if you'd like a couple more days or a week, I could call back if you want more time to look at a home or to look through my listings.
Well, when do you think when do you think it would be a good time to start actually looking to head over there and look at the area and some properties?
We could start as early as this weekend if you're in the area, and I can kind of, if you want to tell me like a specific style of a home and some more specifics, I can pull a couple homes for you to see. First, I'll send you maybe a virtual tour, or I could send you some more information about each one, and then we can narrow it down and just go out one day and take a look at them so you can get a feel for the town in person.
Sure. Yeah. That's what I'll do. I'll take a look, and the house will be in the market by Friday. So this weekend will probably work.
Great. I'll set up a couple showings for some homes that meet your criteria, and we could start in the morning, and I'll text you with the information. How's that?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay. Good, Chris.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Excellent job, Lynn. How'd that feel for you?
Well, he doesn't know what the hell he wants, it gets a little hard, right? To kind of sometimes they know, and they know what town, and they know the kind of house, and I can give them a little some very specific information about that one house, like maybe it's in a flood zone or the schools are excellent. If they know what they want, I can really dive in there and give them some good information that makes me more valuable.
Yeah. And we'll talk about the value that we can add to people in a little bit after this round. So excellent job, Lynn. Dr. Jennifer, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Take us in round 2.
Okay. I guess I'll call you, Chris.
Sure.
All right. I'll give you a call. All right. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Dr. Chris. This is Dr. Pedley, and I'm just calling to follow up on our conversation that we had last time. And it was still my understanding that you're still looking for a radiologist. Is that correct? Are you still looking?
Absolutely. And, thanks for following up. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. But I would really like to know more about, the things that you have to offer. I mean, I remember you said that you could help me build my business and bring some new leads, and that you'd be, willing to come in and do an assessment of my place.
Definitely. Yeah, all that is definitely attainable. And I would love to set up a time that way we can meet as well. I have a question for you is what is your vision of a perfect radiologist for you and for your business?
Well, I will tell you that communication is super important to me. I think the drawbacks that I've had when working with other people has been the communication. That's where most of the failures have happened. In addition to that, I would like someone that is tech savvy, because I'm relatively tech savvy with regards to my practice, and I'd like somebody that's in alignment with that.
Perfect. I completely agree about the communication. It makes business much easier as well as more effective. And, we'll talk about what our primary communication is via email, text, or phone, or a combination of. I have some clients who are just text only or just email only, but I completely agree with you. Communication is key. Also, because if you don't like something in the report, I want you to feel comfortable in reaching out to me. It's not a problem. We can always make changes or what's called an addendum to a report. That's easy to do. And also, I just wanted to ask you some questions about, you said you were 4 years in experience of your medical practice.
Yeah.
Have you been in one area only, or you've kind of moved around?
Just one area, more or less. I mean.
Okay. And then has your
Pretty focused.
practice been mainly in the general, I know you said wellness.
Yeah.
So has it been mainly in the general practice?
Yes, general wellness, general practice, and I lean towards holistic solutions.
Okay, that's great. I'm also a chiropractor, so I love the holistic approach to care and to healthcare. So that's wonderful. I would love to pick your brain more on the holistic care that you offer for your patients. Because that would also, not only for me personally, but also it really helps with referral, because I can work with you and your staff in referring or finding chiropractors to refer to you and vice versa. And that's how we kind of build up the business as well. If that is something that you're interested in,
Sure, yeah.
we can definitely sit down and talk about that.
That sounds good to me.
In the meantime, I have lots of examples of reports. I have a website as well. You can go on there. It's jprad.com. And then also I can write up a proposal, some ideas, information about marketing ideas, things that we've been talking about today, and as well as the previous conversation.
Mhm.
And then also it will entail the day-to-day basis items. But would that be something that you'd be interested in?
Sure, I'll take a look at that. Sure.
Perfect. All right. So what would you like to give me a call back? And when you like to set up a time, or you want your office manager to give me a call, how would you like to proceed?
Send that over and we'll give you a call.
Okay, that's perfect. Not a problem. And I look forward to talking to you again. And thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
All right. So Dr. Jennifer, how'd that feel for you?
Felt comfortable?
Okay, very good. Okay, let's do, would you mind, Dr. Jennifer, I did a little role play with you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to be you. Sound good?
You're going to be me.
I will be you.
Okay.
All right. And so I'll be Dr. Jennifer and you be Dr. Pedley. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. All right. So, but you're out there, you as Dr. Pedley, you're out there as a family medicine practitioner. Sound good?
Okay.
All right. So, hey, Dr. Pedley, thanks so much for taking the call today. I know we only have about 3 minutes. I really appreciate it. So could I ask you this? What prompted you to take the call?
I was just, I've been looking for a radiologist, and I heard that you were, highly recommended.
Okay. Dr. Pedley, you there?
Yeah. Yeah, Sam.
Heard you looking, I'm sorry, the phone cut out.
That's okay.
For a radiologist and something.
And you were highly recommended.
Oh, wow. Thank you. And can I ask you, why are you looking for a radiologist?
I just need a radiologist to read my x-rays because I don't have anybody.
Okay. Very cool. And what do you like in terms of what's interesting? So you're not referring them out. So it seems like that's a part of your practice, or how does that fit in for you? Are you looking for a radiologist to refer to externally, or to how you practice?
So yeah, typically medical doctors will, in private practice, will take their own x-rays.
Yeah.
And then they may or may not look for a radiologist to make an official report.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. So that would be part of your business. That's what you're looking for, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And so, by the way, like, I know you've been in the community for about 15 years. Like, how's the practice going? I know COVID's been crazy. Like, how are you doing?
Oh, the COVID hasn't really changed our practice at all. In the very, very beginning, I had a little 2-week quietness, but then we had set up our protocols and standards of using masks and sanitizer. So we were doing okay.
Very cool. All right. And so, and just, I like to have a sense of like how people are doing, where people are going, if there's any other ways that we might be able to help. So as you're looking for this radiologist, got it. Like, where are you in terms of your practice? You at a stage where you're, looking to kind of stabilize, or are you growing, scaling? Like what's present for you?
We're growing, and we're stable and growing. Let's just say that. So we're happy with where we're at, but we can always use more.
Okay. And if I could ask this, like, what's the ultimate vision? How large do you want to grow to? Why do you want to grow? Like, what's it about really for you?
Okay. Yeah. Good question. I think what would be great is to be busy enough to hire on another medical radiologist, and to expand the holistic wellness approach to the clinic.
Oh, beautiful. So I hear growth, I hear impact. And we kind of like to categorize things, or I do at least, in a couple different buckets. People want to grow their financial abundance. It sounds like that's you. People want to create some scale and gain some time freedom some of the time. And people want to have impact and have some more fun and magic. Does that sound like what I'm hearing from you?
Yes, that's very good. Thank you.
Yeah, no, appreciate that. So it'd be okay if I shared a little bit about myself for a moment?
That would be great.
And I know we're down the last 30 seconds or so.
Yes.
So what I do is
Sean, you got cut out. Sean, we didn't hear that. Please start over. Yeah.
I'm saying, so a little about myself is maybe the reason highly recommended often is because we not only are committed to finding a radiologist for you, but also we want to partner and support your practice and growth and scale. And we've done that for dozens of practices already. And it's exciting to work with you. But before we decide whether or not we're a great fit for each other, what type of environment is your practice, and what kind of impact are you looking to have on people?
Well, because we are in the holistic and wellness approach of our practice, we're able to definitely reach out into our community. We're very involved in our community, and we can reach all age groups. So from infant to the elderly, and so we take pride in being able to help all ages, because we find that a lot of this, I don't want to say standard medical community will not help all age groups. Okay. So that is kind of our vision and our goal, and to then, of course, then to grow our practice.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Pedley, what I'm hearing is caring. I might even be hearing like loving of people. And those are the type of folks that we love to work with, because that's what we stand for in the world as well. So on my end, I'd be honored and privileged to have a longer conversation with you to see if this is a good fit for you. It feels that way for me. So would a maybe 15-minute follow-up phone call, we'll dive a little bit deeper. Would that make sense to you?
That'd be great. I would appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, pause. So how did that feel for you, Dr. Jennifer?
Very comfortable. I see what you're doing, engaging more in the depth. And that's definitely, obviously I need to work on. And you think about all these different scenarios and different doctors and different people who you talk to who are not open in giving that type of information. But still, it's good. It's not an excuse by any means, but
Can I support? And I'm like on fire from kind of this weekend, and having done this for 23 years and built a 40-person law firm and 125-person law firm,
right?
Sales records. I'm sharing this from my heart to yours.
Yes.
The 10 indispensable elements of integrity-based human influence are in place: scarcity, matching, acknowledgement, loving people, listening at level 5, emotional energy, transference, including fun, aspirational guidance.
We can't hear you, Sean.
Sean, we can't hear you.
Validating of people and congruence.
Yes.
Those things are in place 100% of the people you communicate with. 100%.
No, I totally agree. Completely agree.
Last person who didn't give me that information was in 2014. I'm sorry, 2004, 16 years ago. And that's a true statement.
Mhm.
I've had emotional rapport with everybody for 16 consecutive years. In every one-on-one conversation I've had, that's what's available, right? That's what's available. You're amazing. Adam Gugino, what do we have? What do you think about what I'm sharing right now, what you've witnessed? And let's give some quick 30-second feedback for Dr. Jennifer and Lynn.
Yeah, absolutely. Jennifer, you could see her shift in energy when she started to feel really heard and validated by you and acknowledged. I've witnessed it firsthand. I think there was an experience this weekend where Mr. Craig Klingman was in tears after he said literally there was only one other time in his life that he's ever been in tears in front of other people. He considers himself one of those men that doesn't like to cry. And the other time was with you on stage at an event. And the second time ever was this weekend. So, I mean, it is just every single time I've experienced you and building emotional rapport with somebody, you've been able to connect. And it is literally the ability to let people be heard, seen, heard, understood, and what they are saying clearly matters to you authentically. And it happens every single time.
Oh, well, thanks, brother. And it's not about me; it's about a formula, right? So thank you for that. And yeah, I appreciate it. So what'd you have for Dr. Jennifer and Lynn, real quick?
Yeah, so I did love Dr. Jennifer's question that really started to open up Chris around like what he was looking for, and I did also feel once again that her energy was incredible. I thought she had some great certainty until the end when she kind of backed off on when the meeting would be and kind of giving Chris the ability to almost back out. I would have loved to hear more about you, Dr. Jennifer. You are one of the most incredible people. Our phone call, you're so heart-centered. You're brilliant in your space. And I would have just liked you to convey that message to Chris. I think we missed a little bit of that. And I would have loved to hear more of it. Overall, I would say a 8.0.
Nice. And for Lynn?
Lynn, once again, yeah, I love the question. Thank you for taking the advice. Like when you asked if you could have your dream house, that was perfect. And he still didn't really open up. So there I would have asked again, maybe something in regard to, similar question, just reframed it around, I understand maybe you don't know exactly what you're looking for, but please, like if you could have it your way around school systems, or like what would that look like? Just another question to just try to take it one more level. And then once he gave you what he was looking for, then just come in. But you are so trustworthy and authentic in your tonality. It's just a matter of telling a story. If you don't have the background in real estate right now because you're relatively new, tell a story about who you are, because it's clearly there. I could hear it. But I just want to, I could hear it in your energy, but I want to hear it in your message and in your words.
Okay, thank you.
I would give you a 7.7 on that round.
Thank you.
Susanna, what 30 seconds of feedback do you have for Dr. Jennifer?
I thought that Jennifer, she started out really well. She asked who the perfect radiologist would be for him. So I think that was a great question. She came across as very knowledgeable, like she really knows what she's talking about in her job. And she asked about his medical practice, which I think is really great. And also she connected with him through the holistic approach. They both have a holistic approach. I did feel in the end that she lost a report. Like she backed off and the report was not the same as it was in the beginning of the phone call. And I would give her a 7.5.
Very nice. Excellent feedback, Susanna. And how about for Lynn?
Lynn came across as very genuine and very personable and very interested. And I like also that she was very soft-spoken, so not aggressive in any way. Also, I like that she got into the feeling part of it. She asked if you could have your dream house, to get him to feel what that would feel like if he would have a dream house, what that house would be like or look like.
Mm-hmm.
And she also, I like the fact that she was so accommodating, offering to do a video tour of the place. I think that was really nice of you and accommodating. And I didn't feel any pressure from Lynn's side. I think that you could have gone more into the feeling to make him go more into how he would feel in a certain area, in a certain type of house, maybe more of that. I would give you 8.5.
Thank you.
Richard, what 30 seconds do you have for Dr. Jennifer?
Hey. Dr. Jennifer, great job at asking deeper questions this time around. What the perfect practice would look like. Very descriptive in, again, how you've worked with other doctors, and then what value add you could provide to him. I think that was a wonderful, very descriptive way to communicate that. I think the only area of feedback was really just at the end. It was a little unclear on what the next step was, what the next action step was, and really just going in and maybe you trying to ask him for the next follow-up appointment would have been the only area of opportunity. It was just unclear at the end. Overall, I would give you an 8.6.
Very nice, Chris. And how about for Lynn?
So Lynn, wonderful job at asking, dream house scenario. Again, you made that follow-up call. So kudos to you. That takes guts. I love the fact that you offered a video. I think that one follow-up question would have been to find out if anyone else that he's spoken with, if they've offered to do that as well. Because I think that was a great offer. And you could have maybe found out some very interesting information by asking, has anyone offered to do that to you? Warm feeling, and you got the yes. So congratulations, you got your appointment, which is really the objective and what you want. So I would give you an 8.8 because you got the yes and you got your appointment. So congratulations.
Thank you. I warmed down.
All right, Richard, how was today for you, man? Thank you so much for being here. And how was it?
Today was great. It was wonderful. I think it was fantastic to see the feedback that was given and received, and then implemented on the second round from the first round. So definitely some improvements there from both of you. So it was great to be a part of.
Awesome.
Thank
And Susanna, have some fun today with us.
Yes, it was really fun. It was nice meeting you all, and thank you for having me. And I think this is really interesting to hear people say what they have to say and to learn. I feel like I've learned from today. So thank you.
Awesome. Dr. Jennifer, what say you?
This is always a great learning experience. And I always learn, obviously, from everyone, even contestants. And so thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate it.
Well, appreciate you. Thank you. And Lynn, welcome to the Real Raw. And
Thank you. No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, but I will
Jeremy
say,
cut out.
yes, but thank you for letting me step in at the last minute. It's so good for me to learn how to speak to people, because it's a tough business, right? And nobody wants to speak to a realtor on a good day. So it's great for me to learn, like when I mentioned the dream house, and that was a good thing to say. It's great feedback for me to use. So I appreciate it.
Well, great job. And thank you. And Chris, final, how was today for you? And thanks so much for being the role player.
It was good. It was easy enough, and I think you got some great contestants here. And everybody, it's cheers to growth and moving forward in the future, right?
All right, man. Chris, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Everybody, influence is superpower. Simple, fun, and magical. Micro distinctions and frictionlessness. That's what we're talking about. Have a beautiful Check Tuesday on behalf of the entire Unblinded team. Thanks so much, Adam.
Thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you.